Hello, this is our CFA review on the topic of discount, sale price, tax, and total price. This paper is not in your packet, and we will complete the review on Edpuzzle, so you'll be asked questions. Since you don't have this paper, I would strongly advise you to get an extra sheet of paper now, your calculator, and a pencil. All right, let's look at our first situation. Sarah purchased a shirt that originally cost $30. The shirt was on sale for 40% off. How much is the discount? So, when we work with discount, are we trying to find how much Sarah will pay or how much Sarah will save? Well, the discount is given as a percent, and they mention the word off. So we're going to take this off the original price, which is 30%. However, when they ask what the discount is, they just want to know how much money we're going to save or take off. So they don't want us to find the amount that we're going to pay, the sale price. They want to know how much is 40% of $30. So in order to do that, there's two methods we can use. We can use our equation, part equals rate times total. The part we're trying to figure out is the part we're going to save, and that is based on 40% off times the total of $30. So what is our next step? Before we can multiply, we have to convert the convert the percent to a decimal. So we can do that by scooping the decimal back twice, or more accurately, we can take the percent that they gave us divided by 40, and the calculator would say 0.4. In fact, it put our placement 0, but if you're more comfortable, you can put 0.40. And then we can multiply that times 30. What is the answer? The answer, the part that we're going to save, is $12. Should we take that off the $30 if they ask us how much is the discount? No, the discount amount is the $12. This is the amount that we will save, and discount means save. One of the things we can do is we could draw a diagram. This is 100%. This is a total of $30, and if we're going to save 40%, we should cut off 40% in our diagram, and we've labeled this save before. That's the amount that we wanted to find, which we've discovered is $12. If they ask us how much we're going to pay, well, we're going to pay 60%, which would, and here's how we get this, 100% minus the 40% that we're saving equals 60%. So now you do have enough information to figure out how much we're going to pay, the sale price. If you wanted to, you could take 30 minus 12, and that would give you 18. There's also another way to figure that out. So now let's look at the next situation. Louis bought a pair of jeans that usually cost $40. He had a coupon for 25% off. What is the sale price of the jeans? So let's look at the important information. The jeans usually cost $40. He had a coupon that is 25% off. And the question is, what is the sale price of the jeans? Do we want to find how much Louis will save or how much Louis will pay? If you said how much Louis will pay, you're correct, but that's still part, since they're on sale, of $40. And there's two ways we can do this. We can take 25% of $40, or we could use 75% of $40. Which one of these equations will immediately give us the sale price? You are correct if you said 75% times 40. So once again, here's a picture of this. Here's a 100% of the jeans, that's $40. and he's going to take 25% off. That's the amount that he will save. But the sale price is how much we'll pay. And if we take 100% minus the 25% we're going to save, that's 75%. So 75% will immediately tell us how much we're going to pay. We'll go over the second method in just a minute. So let's continue with this. We would move the decimal 2 places to the left or divide it by 100, which will give us 0.75 hundredths times 40. Pause and use your calculator, please, and tell me what the answer is. The answer is $30. So this is the amount that Lewis will pay. However, we could also use this equation, the discount, and often it's easier to use this because this is the percent we see. Otherwise, we have to build our tape diagram and figure out how much percentage we're going to pay. So if we use this, we would again divide 25 by 100 to get 25 hundredths times 40. And when we did that, we're going to get $10. However, here's the tricky part. That is the save amount. That is the discount. And the question was, how much is the sale price, or what is the sale price of the jeans? So if 25%, you now need to go one extra step, because $40 is the cost of the jeans. We're taking off $10, which is the save amount, and we will still arrive at $30. So if you use this method, this is part 1 and this is part 2. If you want to do this in one step, you have to subtract the percent, 25% from 100, and use the pay percent. Let's continue. Our next situation says Supercuts charges $14 for a haircut. This Saturday, the first 10 customers will get 20% off a haircut. How much will one of the first 10 customers pay? So once again, let's look at our information. So Supercuts charges $14 for a haircut, and the first 10 customers are going to save 20% off. The question is, how much will one of the customers pay? Is that the discount, or is that the sale price? If you said that's the sale price, you're correct. What equation could we use to immediately find the amount that we're going to pay? Well, we could use this equation. We're trying to find the part we're going to pay, and we have to take 100% minus 20%, 20% off, and we're going to pay 80%. So we would use 80% times 14. So that equation is going to immediately take us to the pay amount. However, we can use this other equation, the equation that we see right away. This would be the amount we're going to save. So we can use the percent that they give us, but we have a second step. We have to take this amount, once we find it, off of the dollar amount of 14. Please finish this and tell me, please, what the sale price, or the amount the customer will pay, is. Depending on which equation you chose to use, you would have two different amounts. Now we're asked how much we're going to pay, and so this will take us directly to pay, but we just have one added thing we have to do. We need our answer to be dollars, dimes, and pennies. So the customer will pay $11.20. Now if you use this other equation, you can do that. You have to take $14 minus the amount, which is the discount. But again, we have 2.8. That's not money. We need dollars, dimes, and we need pennies. So we would subtract $2.80, which would also give us $11.20. That's the amount the customer will pay minus the amount they'll save. Let's go on to tax and final price. A Rawlings Youth baseball glove costs $35. The sales tax rate is 7%. How much sales tax will you pay? Well, let's not confuse sales tax with sale price. Sales tax is added on. However, they're just asking me what that tax will be. And fortunately, I can write a very similar equation. I can use part equals rate times total. What equation do you think I can write to find the tax? If you said part, which is a tax, equals 7% times $35, you are correct. What is 7% written as a decimal? 7% written as a decimal is 0.07. We have to scoop the decimal back twice or divide by 100, and we have this empty loop here which must be filled in with a 0. So please find the sales tax. So the sales tax is 2.45 on a calculator, so that's $2.45. So we weren't asked to find the total amount, or we weren't asked to take anything off. This itself is the sales tax. And they gave us 7%, and that means 7 pennies for every dollar we spend. So now let's move on to our final situation. It says Naya wants to buy a dress for her graduation. The dress she wants costs $25. How much will she pay, including 8% sales tax? All right, this time we have to make sure we're very clear on what we're looking for. It says that the dress costs $25. It mentions how much will she pay, including 8% sales tax. So we're trying to figure out the total she'll pay. So there's two ways we could approach this. We can find the sales tax and then add it on, or we can add it on to 100% first. So let's look at both of those situations. So let's start with finding the tax. So we're going to use our part equals rate times total, and the tax rate that we're given is 8%, and we're going to multiply that times the total cost of the dress, which is $25. What's the next equation once we convert 8% to a decimal? If you said 0.08 or 0 800ths, you're correct. In fact, if I look at that as money, that's 8 cents times every dollar it costs for the dress. So what is the sales tax? If you had $2, you're correct. So are we finished? No, we're not, because if we found the sales tax, then we have to take the amount she spent on the dress and add it to the amount of tax, or add the tax to that, because it said including the tax. So that's one way we could do this problem. The next way is to build a tape diagram and model this. Here's 100%. The cost of the dress, which is $25, we know that amount, and then we're going to include the sales tax. So we're going to add 8% onto this, which gives us 108%. So we could use this equation to go directly to the total, including the sales tax. So 108% times 25. So we're going to pay $1.08 based on every dollar that the dress costs. How much would 108% be in decimal form? It would be 1.08. So again, if we look at this, this looks like $1.08. We're going to spend that 25 times. So if we multiply 1.08 or 1 800ths times 25, what's the answer? If you said 27, you're correct. And this method goes directly to the total cost if you're asked including. However, this one gives you the tax, which we add, and then we can also get to 27 again. Good luck on your CFA. Your questions will be very similar to these. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.